Hello everyone, this is Dr. Dan Bockmann again. I'm a chiropractor in Austin, Texas. I have a rehab clinic here. And we're going to answer some questions that viewers like you have sent in. Today's first question is, one of our viewers asked, why do I hold all my stress in my shoulders? And this is something I've heard from patients all the time. It's pretty much everyone seems to say it. And when they're talking about is this area right here gets really tight, starts burning. It's something that it tends to get worse as the day goes on in many cases. Sometimes it can wake you up from bed at night. Always feels tight and tender and hard to touch there. So in answer to why stress seems to accumulate here, or more importantly, why you're having these symptoms, stress is actually one of the possible contributors to that. So meaning, when we're under stress, if we're afraid or we're frightened or we're shocked, surprised, one of our first instincts is to prepare to defend ourselves or escape, so the fight or flight response. Now, for example, if you were to hear a loud noise, one of our first reactions as a human is to hike our shoulders up like this. And even without thinking, if you hear a loud sound suddenly that it surprised you, this is one of the first instincts you'll have. And the reason for that is because it's kind of protecting your head from something that might attack you or might be coming at you or flying around. So it's kind of a turtle ducking down into its shell move. When we don't know what's wrong, that's one of our first instincts. Now, these muscles here, the trapezius, is the muscle that hikes your shoulder up. So even though as we go through our daily lives, we're probably not fighting off bears or anything like that, but the stress, the wear and tear and stress of everyday life, whether it's office, work, family, finances, those kind of sustained levels of stress can make shoulders kind of creep up on you. So you may catch yourself as you go through your day with your shoulders kind of creeping up for no reason. You're like, why am I doing that? And you send them back down again. So yes, stress itself, psychological stress, can be a cause for this, and it just wears the muscles out. They get inflamed and burning and tight because they're not getting as much rest as they're supposed to be able to get. Now, the likely bigger reason, though, for pain or tightness in this area is postural, meaning specifically, it's slouching or slumping posture. Now, I'll define good posture as any time that ear, shoulder, and hip are roughly stacked on top of each other. Now, the reason that's important is because in this position, these muscles have to do nothing. Your spine is carrying the weight of you. But as soon as you start rounding forward or reaching, like when you're keyboarding or driving or working in front of you, in this position, these muscles are now working constantly to keep you from falling the rest of the way down. And the further your hands are out in front of you, the more work they have to do. So the reason they get tight, angry, and inflamed, they're just exhausted. They're not designed to do that all day, every day. So the solution for that is trying to spend more time in an upright position so that you're giving these guys a break. So, for example, if using a laptop, for example, kind of forces you to be in that rounded forward position, and if you're able to, for example, get a separate keyboard, mouse, and maybe monitor so you can separate things out so that you can use them in a more upright position, that can diminish the daily re-injury of this. Sleep posture can matter as well. Driving position. Basically, the closer you get your hands to your body as you're doing things in your day, the less work it is up here. And I'll use it as an example there. If you were to hold a gallon of milk here, you could hold it there for a long time. But if you held that same gallon at arm's length, you're going to tire out very quickly. And it's because the lever arm is longer and it's creating more strain up here. So spending more time in an upright position, not letting your head jut forward like this or chin dropped for hours and hours at a time helps reduce this tightness and inflammation up there. So yes, while stress is a contributor to tightness in neck and shoulders, you can mitigate that by sending your shoulders down when you do find them creeping up. And we'll talk in some other videos. We don't have time in this one, but there are some very simple techniques you can use on your own to strengthen the good posture muscles back here, and some common sense postural changes you can make to everyday life, workstation, sleep, etc., that reduce the effect of this. Also, when it comes to posture, remember, you don't have to be 100% perfect when it comes to posture. You just need to be mostly good. Meaning, I don't sit ramrod straight all day, every day. Maybe when I'm at work for 6 to 8 hours at a time, yes, I will. When I'm home, I'll relax and kind of sit in whatever position I like. So if you're like mostly good, if you're 80% good and 20% whatever position you want to be in, you're probably going to be fine. It's not going to be enough injury to cause you the kind of regular daily stuff here. So try applying those things in everyday life. Look for future posts from us on the same topic. You'll see I may link some in the description below from some other videos that we shoot in the future about how to set up workstation and sleep posture and so on. And as always, thanks for joining us today. If you have questions you would like us to answer about health or training or fitness or anything like that, leave your questions in the comments below. I'd love to get to those. And as always, thanks for coming by. We'll see you next time.